What's up guys, Noor here and welcome to Book of Showtime chapter 36. As always, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to like and share with your friends, and if you have a topic you'd like for me to cover for Book of Showtime, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below, or anywhere you can reach me on social media or the Book of Showtime Discord. So guys, today this is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I wanted to tier all the Siege defenders. I was originally going to do a top 7, but I decided, you know what, let's bust out tier maker and let's just tier every defender and every attacker. We're gonna have a separate video for attackers in the near future. I've sank over 400 hours into Siege this year alone. I've had like 1,000 on PC. I jumped over to console this year. It's reignited my passion for the game. I love it. It's super fun to play right now. I'm not a high skill super pro player, but I think I'm pretty solid, so feel free to debate me on any of these. You know, I'm open to debate in the comments. And if you play ranked on console, I'm looking to get into ranked, you know, so if you want to do that, yeah, hit me up. So we're going to do our tier videos a little bit different. We're going to start with the garbage tier, and I'm just going to get all the garbage tier operators out the way. Flash is garbage, Tachanka is garbage, and Oryx is they're garbage. Oryx's ability only helps himself and it's detrimental to its health. Tachanka's gun is, it's like his primary weapons are alright, but mainly the focus of these videos are going to be the gadget, and his gadget is too inconsistent, and it also takes way too long to reload that thing. Clash is extremely dependent on being coordinated with her teammates, and the reason that I'm not gonna, when the time comes, Montang is not going to be, or Montagna, excuse me, like why he's not going to be garbage is because he can defend himself in certain situations a lot better than Clash could. Next, we're gonna jump over into the S tier. Let's get the cream of the crop out of the way. We got a Rooney. She's gonna go up there. Great guns, great gadget, slows down the attacker's push. She does a lot of damage. You got to waste resources. Very strong gadget. Azami, come on. She can put. She's probably the best defender right now. Period. You know, good guns, but also the gadget is extremely viable. You can use it to stop Ace or Habana charges if they open up reinforcements. You can just use it there. You can create cover where there's not cover. You know, just make. Most rooms, sometimes they're just not viable to defend, and she can make them viable, just kind of creating covers, you know, anywhere. It's awesome. Kaid is S, and you're probably wondering Bandit is. Bandit is A+, and here's why Kaid gets the edge. He can also get hatches, that's the main thing, but in addition, impact EMP grenades are a big deal, and I feel like his gadget can be safer. The way you can place it will be safer from impact EMPs than the bandit charges are. You know, the bandit charges are going to be on the ground and at the reinforcement. Doc S tier, tremendous healing, heals. You can res with it, you can heal from range. It's awesome, does a lot of healing. Great kid all around, just very dependable operator. We're going to throw the intelligence operators up here. Let's get Echo and let's get Valkyrie. Anybody who can give you more intel is a strong operator. Even if they just bring the bulletproof cam, that makes them a stronger pick. But Echo can move his, and his drones can stop bomb plants. Valkyrie, she can put the cam anywhere she can throw it, you know, and there's a lot of sneaky spots you could put a Valk cam. That just makes her really strong. Intelligence is one of the most important things. So the intel operators, Mozzie, I'm going to put him in the A+. I don't think he's as strong as these two, but he's still pretty strong to me. Legion just got a monster buff. Legion was S tier before this buff, and he's like, if there was a tier above S, he would be in it. I think he's arguably, no, I don't even think it's an argument. I think he's outright the pound for pound best trap operator in the game. He's better than Capcan, better than Frost, better than Ella, better than all of them. Mute is incredibly strong. He's the best counter intelligence, where Legion's the best trapper. He's the best counter intelligence. He counters all electronics, counters drones, counters Lion's ability, stops Dokubi's call. He's really powerful, good guns, and he's just, you know, you get 4 of those jammers, so you can stop so much in the game with Mute. Last but not least, Smoke. Smoke is one of those operators where you're going to see me talk about it. If they're still alive in the last few seconds of the round, they're very strong. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to drop Smoke a tier for this, but, you know, Rooney and Goyo, I'm going to put Goyo in the A tier. They kind of, they can be dead. Smoke has to be alive, but still, I figure Smoke is alive in the last 20 seconds round, you know, you have a pretty good chance of winning. If he has his gadgets up, that's a major thing too. So that's it. That's all the S tier. We're going to move down to A tier, or A+ tier, excuse me. We're going to throw Jaeger in there, and because certain operators are going to be linked together, so I'm going to put Wamai down here right now. And the reason I put Wamai there and why Jaeger is just infinitely better, Jaeger can place all of his magpies at the beginning. Wamai has to wait over time to get all of his magnets. Jaeger's magpies will destroy any projectiles. Well, mine will just detonate them in wherever the magnet is. So most of the time in OBJ, where your team could be, where traps can be, where other stuff important can be, just seems like a very detrimental gadget. Fenrir is another A+ operator, and the reason that I have Smoke above him is Smoke does damage, and also I think the vertical play that Smoke can do is way better than the vertical play that Fenrir can do. Fenrir's gadget is really good, and I actually started playing Fenrir a lot more this season, and I'm like, hold on, Fenrir's him. Am I sleeping on Fenrir? So Lise, I'm going to put her in A+. Very strong counterintelligence. In ping electronics, you know, very, very dependable operator for, you know, like I said, intelligence. Big thing in this game. You see all the intel operators up here, and the counterintelligence operator, and that of Mute in the S tier. Solus, she's A+. You know, Thunderbird, this might be a little bit of bias. I love playing Thunderbird. She's the other healer on defense, and now the argument can be made that she's S because her healing can happen after dies, because she just places the stations and has to be alive, whereas Doc has to be alive. It's also infinite, so it's on a cooldown, but also it works for the attacking team as well, so it's detrimental. So I think A+ is a pretty good spot, and I play Thunderbird a lot, so you know, there's no, I might be biased even putting her this high to begin with. So, but I think A+ is good. All right, now onto the A tier. I gotta go with my man Castle. I main Castle. That was like my first character I played. I played him a ton. I like the state that Castle is in. I think he's a very strong operator when in the right hands, when you coordinate well with your team. You know, I know I said that Clash needs coordination. Castle just kind of extremely benefits from a more coordinated team. We're gonna throw two trap operators, Ella and Frost. We're gonna put them. Frost is an interesting spot right now because she's about to get that big rework, but I still think what I like about Frost traps is that it pulls an extra man because you can't res yourself. Magic Mirror, thing with Mirror is I would put her in A+, but the fact that you can now walk up and just melee the Black Mirror, it doesn't sit right with me. Okay, I don't like it. I think she's probably one of the better anchors on the team because you can really build your defense. When you're setting up your defense, you can really build it around Mira, and she's strong. She's a strong operator. It's a good operator to have. I forgot to talk about Ella. Ella's gun is unpredictable, but her gadgets are pretty good. The mines, you can stick them anywhere, and they make a lot of noise. Noise is a big deal in this game, so I like the traps that create a lot of noise, and this one creates, well, they all create a decent amount of noise, but I like the sound that this makes. It's very distinct. Moving on to B tier, let's see. Alibi, solid gun, solid gadget, stops the attack, you know, not bad. I feel like the more seasoned players will not fall for Alibi, or they're a lot more cautious around the Alibi traps, but it's a solid gadget. Rook's gonna go here. Can't go wrong with Rook. Again, I feel like you could put Rook in A because he's in that level of dependability where you just can't really go wrong with a Rook pick, but this gadget's alright. But the thing is, the one thing that stops it is getting headshotted, and as the players get better, Rooks gets more useless, if that makes sense. Got Capcan here. I'm gonna throw Capcan in A+. I forgot about Capcan when I was doing the A+s, but Capcan, he's really, really good. I like Capcan. Very, again, dependable traps. You know, I feel like the traps are very in a good state in this game, and Capcan, he's right behind Legion, but just Legion, I don't know, his traps are just way stronger, maybe more viable. Pulse is a good operator. Pulse kind of has to be alive to use his gadget, which that's a little bit of a detrimental thing with a lot of these operators, you know, that are not trap operators. They kind of have to be alive to really take advantage of some of their abilities. And Pulse's ability, it doesn't ping. That's why I think Solus is better. Echo and a lot of these other guys are better because their gadgets, when you have the optics, you can ping. The cardiac sensor does not ping anything. You have to be communicating in real time, and if the Pulse player is not communicating, then he's just very useless to his teammates. Last in the B tier, my man Vidge. Vidge was a good, I mean, I know his gadget only helps himself, kind of like Pulse, but I feel like he has a very strong roamer kit in anti-intelligence. You know, I think just the fact there's a visual around puts a little bit of fear in the defenders, you know, and he counters line, so that's great. Finally, the C tier. I love Cav, but she's not good. Not that she's not good, her gun is a little weak. Her primary, the M12, is pretty weak. But the problem with Cav is that since Cav has come out, Jackal has come out, Dokubee's come out, Gridlock's come out, Lion's come out. You know, there's a lot of things out there now that can counter Cav as a roamer, you know, when she's sneaking around. So, and to stop her from getting back to point quick when it's late game. So, my shows another one. As time has gone on, the Evil Eye can be broken, can be shattered, you know, like Mira's window or bulletproof cams. You have impact EMPs, you have the Gone 6. A lot of things counter Maestro now, so the Evil Eye, it's not really that evil anymore. It's like the That's a lawful or chaotic neutral eye. No one's scared of this thing anymore. Melusi, she's just, I don't know, she's just a weak operator. You know, I was playing the other day and I was spectating a player. The player got into the Melusi trap range. The trap was going off. The player just kept holding the angle and holding the angle and holding the angle, and eventually they decided, all right, no one's coming, so I'm just going to shoot the trap, and that's it. It's not that strong of a gadget like it once was, and I think it could use a buff. Maybe give it the same ability as Yokai, where you step into range, it'll shoot that at you, you know, but you can still just go up and melee it, and it'll be on a cooldown. But that, just to make it better, I don't know, it doesn't feel that strong or intimidating. Finally, I think we just got the 1.5 operators, Warden and Thorn, which are only played, I think, because of 1.5. Their gadgets are very underwhelming. Thorn's trap is easily the worst trap on the defender's side. It's very easy to get away from it. As for Warden's smart glasses, the glance, it's a very situational gadget, you know, and you gotta wonder how many people are really taking advantage of the gadget as opposed to just using him and just using Thorn for the 1.5 scope. I know they're gonna take those away, so we gotta see. There's gonna be a gut check time when these operators lose their, you know, the buff that Legion got, Thorn needed that more. She needed that way more than Legion did. Legion was still an S tier operator. Thorn is just gonna be down here, and you know, maybe as time goes on, she might slip into the garbage tier. We'll see. Same thing with Warden. Once they take away 1.5, I mean, I know I don't want to really rank people for their weapons, but it's like that is a big part of, I feel like, the kit. You know, like they have these guns are good today. The MPX and the Uzi 50 cal, something crazy. I forgot what it's called because I think they made it just for her in universe. But you know, these are good guns. But it's like, are people using the operators the way they're intended to be used, you know? So that's it. That's my tier list. Let me know where I was wrong, because I know a lot of you will probably disagree with a ton of these picks, but this is just how I feel the state is right now for defenders. Very top heavy, you know, S and A plus, and even A. B solid, and then C, most of these people can use some tinkering. But no, I think every operator from S to B is in a good spot, and C can use some tinkerings, and then G, like I said, G, the garbage is for gimmick here. These are very gimmicky operators. Guys, let me know where you would rank these defenders. Let me know who your favorite defender is. Inshallah, I will see you in the next chapter.